Welcome everyone back to another Dragon Ball Legends video. My name is Z-Free. Here today we will be covering a couple of new characters that are coming into the game, including but not limited to the man Zamasu that you guys see on the screen. And we're also going to go over the video, that 20-second clip, see if we can kind of dissect a little bit of what he's doing in that, as well as like the art he's using, give you guys my general thoughts on how he's going to fit into the game as it stands currently, and just things like that. Hope you guys enjoy. Hit subscribe if you're new for more content. I just want to say this now, and I've said it on different occasions. There are things that are coming, some of which the Legends Twitter, Reddit, Twitter, and has anyways officially kind of put some of that information out there. Well, not officially because it's a data mine anyway, but you get my point. So they've put some of that out there, and I just want to say that there is so much coming to the game. There's even more than the stuff that's there, but I'll cover that in a different video. But a lot of it too comes down to just the fact that at some point, for one, just about everything that you expect to come into the game pretty much will come into the game. This is a gacha game. They're not going to not take the opportunity to put the characters in, as you guys know. But secondly, a lot of this stuff, they have voice lines. Like Zamasu is one of the characters that I heard about a couple of weeks ago, kind of already had his voicing in the game and everything like that, and he's here now. And Rose is another character that already has his voicing in the game, and there's just characters that are already kind of there. And pretty much what they do too is, on some level anyway, they just port these models over from previous games, and it really doesn't, I wouldn't say, take too much after that. So they got the voices, they got the models, they just put them in the game. So like, this stuff can come whenever they want. So to me, that's just something to just kind of food for thought, be aware of. And again, I'll cover some more stuff that is kind of officially data mined, quote unquote, in another video. But for this video, we're going to stick to what is guaranteed to be shown now. Also, what I do want to point is these characters, while they're not Kale or Caulifla, what this does mean is that they're probably kind of going to be on a banner like I thought. This is going to most likely be a Legends Rising, unless they explicitly say so somewhere in here. With these two characters, I don't know why it wouldn't be, because Ultra Space Time is there. Unless they're going to do a, I don't know, a Legends banner, just like Legends Future banner, which I don't think that's coming this soon after most of the Future units coming out. This is definitely a Legends Rising, in my opinion. What that does mean is Kale and Caulifla are most likely going to be a Legends Female Warrior banner with a couple of new units that are on the banner. So keep that in mind. But that's actually really good, especially if it includes Mai. So you can pretty much go from having no female warriors to all of them. Alright, so long story short, we're jumping to Zamasu. His unique ability, Immortal Body, restores health after taking damage, and even withstands a KO blow once. Okay, so Vegeta? Hercule? Or no, he doesn't come back. He restores health after taking damage throughout the entirety of the battle, I would imagine. They always have to make Zamasu cards healers in these games, because I guess that's the best way to portray immortality. I guess. Also, whenever he would go down once he survives, so I'm guessing he just survives at 1 HP. But he would probably restore a little bit, but that's about it. And that's what I'm going to say. Because the Vegeta technically is a little bit different. He technically goes down, but then just restores. So, anyways, inflict all enemies with sustained slice damage up. Okay, that's different. With his special skill, and bring justice with his special move. So, here's the deal. Them doing slice damage up is interesting, because this guy himself is going to most likely have the little photon energy sword that he has on his hand. Same for Rose. They are going to do stuff like that, and that should consider, like, for their strike cards, those should be slice damage attacks. And then sword wielders also have slice damage attacks, so that's interesting.
Trunks, you are a sinner.
Oh. You are a sinner. Yeah, there that is.
The punishment of the gods! My ideal world draws one step closer.
Oh, he sounds so relieved at the end. My ideal world draws one step closer. He had me weak though. He's like, Trunks, you are a sinner. All right. Oh yeah. I do expect that he probably on his regular melee cards does something like that, but he doesn't really do anything in this video. All he does is go from a blast arts. He charges up. He actually dashes inward. I don't know why they like doing this, to dash in and then at the last second vanish out. I wish they would give me this hub without the freaking overlay. That'd be amazing for videos. Okay. And then he just turns, what is this, an ultimate? I think he just turns it into an ultimate. He just goes blast card into ultimate pretty much. Okay, well, there's not really much to dissect here, if that's the case.
Getting away, except the punishment of the gods. My ideal world draws one step closer.
Yeah, that's definitely I don't know if I don't know if I turned on the audio. My bad if I didn't. It's kind of weird if I didn't. So you guys can hear that. But the voice acting is pretty cool though. It's not bad. With the special skill, bring justice with the special move. Yeah, he turned it into a 50 arts card. There's not really much I can say about that though. Nothing really to dissect. But what I can say is the way I feel about the unit. So, being a unit that has the ability to heal, it's actually a kind of big deal. It's actually a kind of big deal because, for one, on the team he'd be applicable to, that's not something that's super common. But the first thing I want to say is, at some point, they've got to stop making future units hold so many blast cards. It's bad. Okay, the future team holds way too many blast cards. Unless you go out of your way to like explicitly run future / hybrids Saiyans like as the team, things like that. You have Goku Black holding double. You have units that are even hybrids like the Red Trunks holding 1 and 1. You have Cell, Red Cell holding double blast. You have Goku Black holding double blast. You have the Blue Trunks SS2 holding, I believe, double blast. There's just so much. And Maya, I believe, holds 1 and 1. They got to make somebody a melee. Other than the Gohan, of course, because he's the lone one out there pretty much. So, and then, of course, various other little Trunkses, like the Green Trunks, Super Trunks, whatever. You know what I'm saying? But still, for one, hopefully Zamasu is not a range type. We will see what happens with that. But Future kind of needs a unit like this, I think, because they try to make Future kind of way too fast. I would love for Zamasu to be a red unit, although Rose could wind up being a red unit. It could be a red unit that comes out on Valentine's Day. That'd be hilarious, but I totally don't see it as like something they wouldn't do. So maybe that's that. That's all I can really say about him for now. I don't really think that, though, he's going to really impact the meta of the game a whole lot, though. I just think he's going to be a nice little trinket that they can use on that team. But also, don't sleep on the fact that this also should introduce God Key into the game, and it's a little finicky because people will tell you Goku Black shouldn't have God Key because he's not using Rose, and I think Rose definitely will have the God Key tag. Zamasu is literally a god though, so this one should at least have it. The Zamasu in Goku's body that turns into Goku Black should still have it because he's a god, but whatever. Again, but maybe there is some truth to the validity to the argument. I'm not going to argue against it, that that he's not using the God Key technically, so he's not using God Key, but I guess, right? So there we go. So this also, again, while building up Future, he could potentially have a double tag. Don't sleep on the fact that he could have double tag. I think double tag is something they're going to start doing more and more, because it allows them to build two teams at once and not put a unit on a team that they can go on, like Cell, for example, on Future, but he doesn't support anybody on Future but himself pretty much, or another Cell you would run. Now, the other unit is one nobody really saw coming. I didn't hear anything about Bojack. I've heard a lot about a lot of stuff that's coming, but I had heard nothing about Bojack. And I'm excited about this because, boy, if they want to give me that Goku Gi Teen Gohan from the Bojack movie, oh my goodness. That Trunks, too, from the Bojack movie with the long hair and, like, the rip jacket, oh my goodness. Please. These, like, even Dokkan doesn't even do those cards justice. Dokkan doesn't even have that Trunks. They have the Gohan. They've had him since, like, freaking, like, year 1. Not even year 1, like, month, like, 3 of the game's release. And here we are on, like, year 4, pretty much. So Bojack arrives. His blast damage increases with time counts in the battlefield. That sounds like it's a rip from Super Vegeta. Super Vegeta, I believe, does the same thing. He also deals extra blast damage against Super Saiyans specifically. Why Super Saiyans? Why Super Saiyans? Why not just Saiyans? I mean, I get why, because the movie, but still. When two allies fall, his health restores greatly and blast damage surges up. When an upset victory with blast attacks. Why could I just hate blast attacks? I really do. They're cool, but they're not as flexible as strikes, and I hate them. I'm incredibly biased, and it's very obvious. But he's another one of those comeback units. They've been trying to push this a little bit more. Who and the future units that just came out, you have stuff like Gohan going down and giving crazy buffs and stuff like that. I think Trunks is the one that kind of survives a little bit more with the switching and all that. Like they're trying to push this a little bit. Then you have the Gokus that came out that kind of originated this type of thing with the one hand Spirit Bomb Goku, and then the movie Goku, the Blue Goku SS, stuff like that. They're really trying to push this, and I that's cool, I guess. It was a little easier with older mechanics that we had that they took out to kind of come back from these situations. Even Godku, I believe, is another unit like this that wants to, give you a chance to win when you're the last character out there. It's still not easy, even with these types of characters, though, winning 1v3. It's just not. But, I mean, maybe. We'll see. Anyways, when two allies are down, though, he restores apparently a great amount of HP. If he goes back up to anything like 75 plus from being, if he restores a percentage base of his HP, like 50%, anything like that is going to be busted to me. I didn't want to say 75, 50% or up is going to be pretty busted. And then he's going to do a ton more blast damage. And then the longer he's out there, he's going to continue to do more blast damage. So that's how he breaks down with what they're trying to imply here. Anyways, take a look at the card here.
Arrogant Saiyan, to think your kind actually considers itself a warrior people.
Oh. Taking shots. Oh, that was neat. That was neat.
What a waste.
Look at this guy. He looks so majestic, too. Freaking Bojack. Where's the full power Bojack? Okay, that was neat. It looked like this is definitely a green card, but it actually it's like a force field. It's like a barrier force field. It's pretty much a, I don't know if it'll do the same to Blast Arts cards because we didn't get an example of that, but it's pretty much Android 17's barrier. That's interesting. He doesn't get the full-on barrier around him, despite it kind of looking like that due to the shock effect from being hit. You see it changes, but he has like a wall there, and it even knocks him back. Yeah, it's pretty much the same thing as 17's card. It looks like, anyway. I'd have to see it versus Blast cards, but it even knocks back and gives you priority to start a combo, because there are knockbacks like counters. That could be a counter, to be fair. There are things, knockbacks like counters, like Gogeta's, for example, that don't really give you priority like that to start a chain of combos. So we'll see what happens. But this does look like that. Basically a force field / barrier gives him priority. He turns it into a strike and then into a special move. He KOs him. So that's interesting. We'll see what happens. They have no mention of that. I'm surprised they didn't mention that, but they actually showed it. I guess they wanted to really advertise him being a last character standing blast unit, but we'll see what happens. Thank you all for tuning in. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that subscribe if you were new. I don't think that Bojack is going to be crazy impactful, but again, he's probably a little bit more ambiguous than the Zamasu, so we'll see with him. But have an awesome day, everyone, and I'll catch all of you in the next one.